Okay, I am back live. I am so sorry. Eh, There's so much to this that I'm learning, and I'm grateful for it. Um, some people have to learn too. So, yes, I'm gonna go back to um 1112. 1 is the mother, and 1 2 is the daughter. So, screenshot will is a little screenshot of what um and who I am talking about. Um, I'm about to play a video. That was very, very sincere, very, very upsetting at the same time. In which this young lady had to go through. Like, I will be muting it, and giving my commentary on what I think. Of course, I am not here to bash um anyone. This is really truly their lives. But if you're on here, you have a right to you know somewhere, her story is helping someone. Somewhere, everybody is going through things like this. A lot of well, a lot. I'm gonna say a lot of people go through things like this, and at my age, I'm 44 years old. Of course, like, I know I went through things like this young lady went through, and I could really truly understand her. And you know but I also, you have people in your life that's just like her mom too, that they're stuck in their ways. But it's no hatred towards it's just, for real though, on their behalf, they need to wake up and actually, you you can't just bring understanding just to yourself. You have to bring understanding to your child too. I'm telling you, if you want change, if you want that relationship with your child, you have to come out of some of those old ways that you're in. It's nothing wrong with speaking knowledge and life into our children, but if you want the respect, it has to go both ways. How else will your children know? Hey, when I step out, I be with my friends. These people are gonna show me respect. If you're giving that, this child was smart enough to know what she was getting from her mom was very, very bad. It was bad vibes, not the way how a loving and nurturing mom should be. You know what I'm saying? And you do, as a child, you do get those type of vibes. You do. Come on now, we're not stupid. We have felt those things when we were younger, and I'm not sitting up here like, because the young lady, she is not bashing her mom. She's telling her story, and her mom just getting mad and wants her name to stay out of it, wants it to be hidden, like we ain't seen him on this internet for like 6 7 years. Okay, like, that's kind of hard to sit up here and just be like, oh well, like, but you want to be secretive, you want to be private, but your privacy is hurting your child. You get it? Like, your privacy is hurting your child, and if you care that much about your child, then you would do something about that, because you can't just walk around. The people that are stuck in their ways, the people to the people that are stuck in their ways, that's mother, father, even grandparents. Okay, you can't walk around hurting people. As they say, hurt people. And sometimes it's just people that just in their ways. There is their way or the highway. It ain't nothing. They ain't have to be taught that way or anything like that. They just want to be that way because they love that sense of control or manipulation. Um, and I feel like I hate to say it, but I feel like she is one of those type of people, you know, um, selfish. I know it's weird, but it's sometimes I just be feel I think everybody should have at least two kids. You know what I'm saying? Um, if they could, or however way they can. You know, some people can, some people can't. But if you think about it, even the people that can't have kids, they care about more than two children. They help with more than two children. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like did she really want to have kids? Because why treat your child this way? And then continue every other chance that you get to be like, I'm gonna put you out, you know. But this young lady is doing what she was supposed to do. She's going to school, she graduates, she goes to college. She says she admitted, take accountability. She messed up, so she back in college, and then she graduated. She did everything like she said to us that she did everything her mama wanted her to do, and it still wasn't good enough. Um, these are people that this is a person that's stuck in their ways, and just like her, I'm just speaking like this because I don't just like her. One, two, M. She did. She don't want to disrespect her mom. I'm not. But what I'm going to say is from because I'm a mother. I'm a child of someone's. A sister, a sibling of someone's. See, first of all, mama, what you did, you kept her away from her siblings. You manipulated her. You kept her away from her siblings, who she needs so much right now. You know, because she is a beautiful girl. It's like you could have so much fun with her. To have that type of personality towards her and attitude towards her, we bring our children in this world, we learn them, you know, we learn them, we be there for them. You know, sometimes when you have these YouTubers and they be together and working together like this is mama duo, mother daughter duo, it becomes more serious financially. Like she's pulling away, she's going down her own lane. And I'm gonna have to say allegedly, everything in this live is for entertainment purposes only. And I really have to say, is really serious when it comes to money because sometimes you have a lot of people when you team up with and be a team with people here on this YouTube channel and they love that money that's flowing in. And when you got a manipulative mother, a narcissistic mother, um, a lot becomes about the money. And frankly, the daughter was the one on there. I mean, I'm not saying mama wasn't it either, because she put what she brought what she brought to the table. Don't get me wrong, okay? But a lot of times she just seemed like she was annoyed by her, didn't want, didn't like anything that she did. It was just weird to me. Like a whole freaking bully to your own child. It's just weird to me. Sorry guys about the technical difficulties, but I'm back. It's just weird to me. So, um when you are being a manipulator, I mean, I don't know, did somebody do the mom like that before? We don't know if somebody did the mom like that before. This is, you know but still, I've been bullied. People have tried to be a manipulative person towards me. But I don't, I don't let that happen. But because sometimes, they try to Can you hear me, Satin Baby doll? And I'm about to put up a video too, with explaining, talking about how her parents did not come to her graduation, and I want to know if anybody can hear that too. But I'm gonna talk about this first. But I just had some technical difficulties, but I'm back. Um. Okay, thank you. But when I put up the video, let me know if you can hear that. Um. My heart truly goes. I do not want a mother daughter relationship to freaking fail. That is a bond. Like, I love all my kids, but my my daughter's relationship, I love it. I just love our relationship. It, we can still work on things, but we can't. I still love my relationship. I would never. I would never miss anything. I must not be here, and even in spirit, I'm still gonna be here with them. Um, we laugh too much. We don't. Yes, ain't they beautiful? That is a beautiful. They're from my hometown. I am from Mobile, Alabama. They're from my whole hometown. Um, and I've been watching them for a long time. I just think they're so hilarious in a bun. Okay, I can't say anything about the bun because obviously a lot of what we've seen is not, genuine. A lot of, you do want to keep things private, but not so private where it's hurting someone else that you birth, that is your child. Okay, like seriously, it was hurting her. She was dealing with things behind the scenes, and she likes to be private. But the thing is with me, because if you in your 40s, your 50s, how things had to be as we were growing up. Some of us, when you kept things in the household, me, I say something, but how it was taken, a lot of people like, oh, I don't want to hear that, or you're not telling the truth or whatever. They wanted everything to stay private. Parents worked and worked, and they did not. A lot of times they did not hear their children out. Well, I'm here to tell you now, this generation is not taking it, especially with like parents like me. I am 44 years old, and I speak up for yourself. Let me know. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this generation, oh, they're gonna let you know. But if they're right parents, let them stand up for themselves, and you know, a lot of times even listen to the wrong way that they're thinking, then you'll know exactly how your child is thinking. So you would know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, yeah, we were taught to be quiet, keep stuff hidden. Yes, me too. And it just kept moving along, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say that it didn't hurt me. It hurted me. This is why now I would talk to my kids. I don't go in their room. I would come wherever they at. I would just call them out of nowhere. I don't care. That didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? So I say I chose to change that because I was trying to say something, but nobody wanted to hear it. So now I said to myself, I don't want my children to have to go through that. I don't want them to have to go through that. So that's why I talk to my kids and let them know, you know, um, It's just a lot of parents, some parents, let me stop saying a lot of parents because a lot of parents are not that way. Some parents, it only to those who are this way, listen to your kids because this generation is not gonna, they're gonna stand up for that. Well, they're gonna stand up for themselves. They, long as you do it respectively. A lot of times, parents get angry, and y'all confuse that with us not wanting to hear what you got to say because you don't know how to do things respectfully. You know, and you don't. And I'm sorry, but you don't know everything. Like you got to go both ways in listening. Seriously, it's got to go both ways in listening. So let me see if I can find it, get this video. Thank you for coming in. I just been wanting to talk about this because of his let me take that up. But so let me mute this. I gotta mute this.
I need to go to the storage and not only put the stuff in the storage, but also look for me some lashes. I know Baba has been so patient with me, y'all. I owe them a collaboration, and I made a mistake and packed up the lashes and put them in the storage, and they have not been mean to me at all. So I'm gonna try to go find them, and that'll be the lashes I wear for graduation. Actually, I'm not taking this chair and putting it in the storage. I'm actually giving it to my friend's daughter, so she'll come get this whenever she comes to school. I'm thinking about taking this big bag of clothes, and I really need like a box or something to go ahead and take those vitamins. I never should have took those out. Well, I could actually carry them like in a bag like I did, and then just put them back in the bag in the storage. Oh, and then this lamp. Y'all remember I got this lamp from Walmart? Tell me why it does not work. So I've been literally looking at my Walmart receipt trying to see if the charge is on there so I could take it back and get my money back or something. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. We have a really event-filled day. I'm so excited for graduation, and it's just making it more and more real. Having to like prepare for it. You get what I'm saying? My sleep schedule is all the way mixed up, but it's gotten better because I have been waking up early. I have to stay up to like 4 or 5 in the morning practicing problems. I know that's not healthy, but I want to be on top of things. You know what I'm saying? He always throws curveballs.
Yeah.
We'll practice finding the angle when we have.
All right. I'm on live. I'm on live. I think I gotta move.
Have the angle of incidence, and then when we get on the exam, there's no angle of incidence. There's no angle at all, but we still have to find an angle. So it's just like me trying to play with all different types of problems so that I'm prepared for whatever he throws. But anyway.
This is what Ivy League universities you can get into with a 3 GPA. 90% of students with a 4.0 plus GPAs get rejected from universities like Harvard, Stanford, and other top 10 universities. Your child needs these 3 key factors to get into an Ivy League or top 25 university. And it's not having a good GPA.
Okay, that made me break a sweat, but I got this safety security deposit box because there's a check in there that I need to send off. It's a bill that my mom sent me over that I forgot to pay, so that's why I got that. Then when I was in there, I could not find Baba, but I found these. So these are gonna be my graduation lashes. I got these little sandals because I'm going to somebody else's graduation, and I feel like that'll go like with the outfit I have. And I got some more hot tools. So I've been ripping and running all day. I'm not as happy as I was when I first started this blog because I don't know, I'm starting to not get excited. I'm starting to be less excited about graduation. About 3 people told me today that they won't be able to make it. And I don't know, I'm not even, it is kind of disappointing, you know, but it's only disappointing because of this one person who I know won't be there. And when you're celebrating or closing a chapter like this, it means a lot. Having your people there, and by no means, I'm not blaming anybody who can't make it. You know, it's life, we're grown, but it was just a reminder of who else isn't gonna be there. You know, so
Okay, it's crazy. First, like she said, it started out people not wanting to come, but man, this is so heartbreaking. Like, to me, it's so heartbreaking because it's no way I could have done my child like this. It's just no way. There's no way. And um, mother and father are being very selfish right now. I can't say how you know bad parenting. I haven't been in her life to know how bad of a parent, but I know this is not good when it comes to your children. You know, look, man, you got to break barriers to be there. You know, um, like seriously, you got to teach them what you want, how you want to be treated. You like say that if you were graduating, because at our big age, we could graduate too from something, or we could have an event or something that you want your children to go through. Do you really want your children to be that way towards you? You know, I done heard people say, mamas say that don't come to their funeral to their child, and their child did nothing to hurt them. The harsh words and being stuck in your ways and being manipulative as a parent because you had to work, you had to do all that you had to do for your child. First of all, it was your child. You had the choice. You chose the partner. So, how you get mad at the child? I don't get it. I don't get it. But from the time my kids came into this world, I knew and I told them at birth, at infants, that I'm here to protect you and be here for you. So they wonder why I come rolling in already, knowing and having my ways and crunk already. That's why. I know what I'm here for. And I know I'm only here temporarily, right? So why not just treat them right while they're here? And if you made mistakes, fix it. Fix it. Parent to child and child to parent. It goes both ways.
I'm not really feeling it but I'll just talk to you when I get back to my dorm. I'm about to go back by my granddaddy's house, and I'll talk to y'all later. I don't even know if I'm gonna leave this party in, but I don't know. I'm just not happy. So I'm gonna leave my hair in the car because I don't want to mess around and leave it. Oh, is this on? When it's time for me to drop it off, I wanted to drop it off today, but she said she doesn't work on Monday. Hey.
Miss Pat Settles It. All new. Tonight at 10 on BET.
Brittany wanted to pivot her career, so she signed up for a Google Career Certificate and got to work learning valuable skills, which...
It's no way I slept that long and missed my assignment. The bright side is that I already completed the assignment in my notebook. This what happened. So y'all know I've been staying up super duper late studying, trying to prepare myself for our finals. I stayed up until like 4:30 the other night, like not only doing the assignments he posted, but just practicing them. You get what I'm saying? So once I got to the last chapter and I practiced my problems, I was like, man, this isn't due until tonight at 11:59. It's 4 a.m. Let me just go ahead and go to sleep. And tomorrow when I'm just in my room, then I can plug the numbers in and submit it. But I ended up staying gone long. Motion sit because I have something to do. You get what I'm saying? Everybody been asking me like, am I excited about my hosting? No, I am excited, don't get me wrong, but I can't really like think about, I'm so excited because I have exams. So let me go get this final out the way so I can cry. I want to do a little TikTok or something, but I don't feel like finding my my light. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, when I say I done lost it. Like once I turned that camera off, I have cried, I have yelled, I got to lock in though, because I have a final tomorrow, and this is the most important final. Look, like I don't know if I'm gonna post this video before or after my graduation. Hopefully before, but I don't want nobody else texting me telling me that they can't come. Keep it to yourself. Just don't show up, because I got too much I'm dealing with trying to study and think about this at the same time. I've been through too much to get this degree, and I understand. We grown. You have responsibilities for my parents. No excuse. I don't care. No excuse. I called my dad and I invited him to my wedding. I called my dad and I invited him to my graduation. I called him on the phone. He said, okay, send me, are you going to email the invitation? You could have told me that then, since they're pre-made plans and you can't change them. And I don't even mean to have no attitude with bro, because I don't even know bro like that. But it's just the fact that I was, me as being your child, but still being an adult, I reached out and tried to somehow mend what we did not have. And I invited him to my grandmother's funeral. I understand you couldn't come to that, but me inviting you to my graduation, like, it's so many milestones you weren't there for, whether it was her fault or your fault. It's so many milestones that you were not there for. And when this is crazy. This is so crazy. I don't deserve this. It's like I'm battling with this feeling of what did I do when I know I didn't do anything wrong. A child shouldn't feel like that. That's crazy. It's got to be something. I don't know how God gonna turn this around and make me feel better about this, but that's crazy. Both of y'all. I really need to calm down. When I'm feeling, I ain't doing no TikTok. I don't want to do no TikTok. I might make a Facebook post.
You notified. That's all you can do. When you call and let you know that ain't right, going not playing nothing, just don't show up. You thank for that. Yeah. Don't let that bother you on no kid. You bring that kid on. I'm with you. I'm with you. Bring that kid on. Okay?
Okay.
You gonna do that for me?
Yeah.
You can do it. Don't worry about that. Be going. If you need it.
So that was a hard conversation. I hate I even told him, but it's the truth. It was gonna come out at some point. What, I was gonna go there after my graduation, tell them no, they was there. I don't feel like I mean anything to them, and that's something I would never say publicly. But how else am I supposed to feel? I don't mean anything to them. And if I did, they have a really funny way of showing it. Like I said before, I feel like this is another distraction, and I'm gonna have to regroup, get myself together so that I can finish what I started. If I gotta do it alone, if I gotta do it crying, if I gotta do it angry, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's no way I'm not gonna do it. And this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna do it. I have to. So, we'll resume tomorrow. I don't know if I talk to you before my test or after my test, but I have to get my hair done tomorrow. So, yeah, that's crazy. After this, I don't feel like it's a soul on this earth that can hurt my feelings. So I'm laying in my bed. I don't even feel like.
It's so heartbreaking when she started crying. Oh my God, instant tears. And definitely saying, baby, God turns it all around for her. What they wish, and it's sad because even your parents could be those type of parent that wish bad things upon you, but it did not happen. Yes, she went through her little struggles getting to the blessings of what God had for her, and you're mad because she's following her path. Yes, it may be a little scary to parents, but it's not all path. And I find myself, I get that way sometimes. Be like, they say they want to do this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Um, but at the end of the day, they are trying to find which way to go themselves, just like we had to. You know, we don't know how scary that was to our parents or some parents, but parents like this, they're stuck in their ways, and that, when you're pushing your child out there, when your child wants to be closer to you and want you to understand, and then being very manipulative about it, because you want her to do what you want her to do, is at a point where you have to trust who you raise. Period, point blank. You got to trust the children that you raise and trust that they still be led by God when they go, wherever they go, whatever they may do. And this young lady, man, when I say, this is a testimony. She carries a testimony. And, I see her mom, instead of really, every time she calls her daughter, she calls her or texts her daughter or whatever, it's not for anything that's good. And then on top of that, she's fighting back and forth with people in the comments when they're like, you should have went to your daughter's graduation. That's what you should have did, because I don't know. That's what I say. She's stuck in her ways, but she really hasn't came out and talked, because once again, there you go with that private stuff. and you have this guard up where you can't even go to your child and be like, I'm sorry. Listen, we all got to enter them gates of heaven one day. We all got to see ourselves where the way how we look in God's eyes. He gonna play that video back, and hey, I'm just gonna say it, but I gotta say allegedly. But a lot of Christians are gonna see that they weren't so Christian. They're gonna see that. Yeah, you could go speak that word, keep that word in your children, but you also you need to let them know that they're gonna make mistakes. You can't expect people to be perfect. They're not. They're not gonna be perfect. This young lady is still thinking about her mom and how her mom would do things with her mom. And so she carries that. You know what I'm saying? But we all know at some point in our life, we're gonna have to switch things up to make it better for us, because we gotta understand our parents. A lot of times they didn't have the same life that we had. And we all know a lot of times our parents go off of how they teach their children off the life that they had, and how, yes, so tell us, because man, I was sheltered, and it's like, in a way, I'm kind of grateful for. I'm glad. I won't say grateful, because people, I was so sheltered. I was quiet, and people had, kind of ran over me in that area, because I allowed God to handle them and what they did to me. So maybe I didn't try to, just took it. I let God fight my battle. But when they start talking about stuff, and because we used to have to sneak and listen to, this is in a Christian household, we used to have to sneak and listen to secular music. You see, I'm still saying secular music because that's what the Christians say. And we used to listen to it. We knew what time they would be coming home and everything like that. And then we cut it off when we heard them come in the driveway. You wanted to please them. As long as you was there. I ain't gonna lie to you. She left at 20 something. I left a note at 17. I had got so tired of it. I let them know exactly where I was. But when I tell you how I realized how sheltered I was when I got out there, like I said, I got my first boyfriend, he ran over me, you know what I'm saying? But that was the first one I had my kids with. But he ran over me. I was lacking things. It was younger girls looked it older than me. It was younger girls that knew more about the streets than me. You see what I'm saying? And as I already had it in me anyway. I had the streets in me, but I wasn't like that. I didn't want to be like that. But where I went, I had to be. So I had to switch it up. I had to do what I had to do. You never know. You leave one place, but one thing about it, I left that note, and I was going through stuff there, and I was going through stuff there. So, but I was really, really sheltered. I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't do nothing unless it was with the people at church. And then I had a friend that I could go somewhere with. And if they knew that she was acting up and crazy, they weren't going to let me go with her. It was crazy. I couldn't. I was like, get me out this house. You know, I couldn't wait till the 18 to 19. I'm sorry. Because my dad and my mom weren't together either. So I would go to my mom's other side of the family. You know, um, and they was like, you Charlotte is so smart. She's this, she's that. I'm like, I know the best of both worlds. You know, really, you know, once I got on, I knew about it, but I grew up in both of them. But then when you be in that world where you have been sheltered for so long, you just like, I'm free. But you always remember God. You always remember God. You know, they think because you're out there that you don't remember him. Oh, they done left our house. They don't remember God. They don't remember the things that was taught to them. No, that's not true. Your children remember. You know what I'm saying? You just have to trust. You got to trust that. You got to trust that because, baby, it's hard when you think that it's hard when they get they little bitty infant babies. Now, at least you can still keep them close to you. But when they get older and grown, it gets even harder. Prayers get even stronger. And then they don't be wanting to come around because they know they be doing stuff. We know how they go. You couldn't wait till 18. Obviously, I couldn't either, decided, baby. I left like that 1 year before that. I ain't get in trouble because I feel my parent that was in that household knew exactly what I couldn't take anymore. As long as I kept going to school. What you say? Straight cry, straight depression. And our depression looked like, okay, I'm going to say my depression looked like I was depressed until they got home. Then I had to get up and try to be myself. Type of depression. Because you couldn't be tired. You had to do all your work around the house. Plus your schoolwork. Everything. Now you couldn't be tired. Because they was the ones paying the bills and putting the roof over your head. That's how they felt. I talk to my kids and I tell them, I do tell them though, like you would have been woke up in the middle of the night. You would have been woke up in the middle of the night. Shoot, and you thought they forgot about that A whooping that they supposed to give you? You crazy. They remember. You better hope you ain't sleep or in the tub. Yeah, I'm serious. Many nights. I'm fit to cut it back on because, man, young people, these young people right here, this generation, I'm going to say this again. They going to stand up for themselves. When they're right, don't shut them down. Don't shut them down. Be there for them. Stand behind them. If you did not have that, don't give that. Don't want things to be worse for your kids. If you can help it, don't allow it to be worse for your kids. Some parents like me, sometimes I catch things later on. Because even my own dad said, if I would have knew what I know now back then, it would have been different. So we don't always get it. We're not perfect. The children are not perfect. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to survive. We just trying to live. That's what I know. We just trying to live. We're just trying to survive. We're trying to teach our children in the right way. Even when you do that, they still go down. Some kids still go down their own path and do the wrong thing. But is that your fault? No. But this young lady is literally trying to do the right thing. And it's like the opposite. The mother is pouring spirit and negativity into towards her child. That's something you should never ever do to your child. Speak positivity over your children. She said she wanted her out in 2018 when she was still in high school. What they do that at? She said she had to deal with her every now and then, saying that she would put her out. And she was going to turn a house into an Airbnb, which she probably helped pay for because, you know, they had like a couple channel, like, you know, a food channel together. A lot of time when these couples and these YouTubers are together and yes, said she wanted to turn the house into a she said she kept throwing that in her face, saying that she wanted to turn the house into a Airbnb. She was like, but she never did it. But she said, I just don't understand why she kept saying stuff like that. That's the manipulation tactic. And how to get this stuff? I had to get this mess off the screen. But a narcissist at its finest. It is crazy what this young girl had to deal with and still smile. And if you go back and you look at her videos with her mom and they're sitting down eating, you can see she knows exactly what she's doing, because you can see she asks her every time she's saying, like, it seems like you're getting aggravated. It seems like you're getting mad. You're frustrated because you know exactly what you're doing. The young lady, she'll cook something and then she'll turn around and just be like, I don't like it. Well, Mama, I thought you said you liked this. That's why I got this. And then she'll, it's just, you can't please anybody like that. You can't please. Like, how are you going to feel when you enter the gates of heaven and you're denied and you thought you was being such a good Christian? And you do things like this to your child, you don't even want to apologize. You don't even want to say nothing. Let me tell you something. I ain't mad for this young lady speaking her mind. I ain't. She's been through therapy, and therapy has been helping her. And everybody, we all need a little therapy in our life, because come on now, you can't possibly think that you are the best person, angel in this world. You can't possibly think that you are doing all the things right. You can't possibly think that. That's what I want to know. Satin baby doll. We never know. Cause you know a lot of people be stuck in their ways, but then at the same time, it's like some people just be that way. Because ain't no way you go throughout life thinking what you're stuck in your ways, like you think you ain't doing it wrong. You think everything that you do is right. I'm just no. If I make a mistake, if I do something wrong, I'm sorry. I want to know even how hard, if it's hard to even, hear what I did wrong. Could have. Also, their grandma, well, her mother just passed away. Was it at the end of last year? This is when M still was there. She didn't she was going to college, but she was not put out. And she was not in her dorm yet and stuff like that. That the daughter's mother she passed away. Her the mama's mom. So they were very hurt by that. And but she was that way even before her mom passed away. And even when that's what they call the young lady, even when was came on and let all the viewers know, they subscribers know that happened, the mama still was trying to throw shots, say stuff, and just trying to, I don't know, just a manipulation of it all. I mean, sometimes these people are not stuck in their ways. They just full of demons that don't like the light that other people shine. Right? And yeah, this is what I see. This young lady has a bright future ahead of her. A very bright future ahead of her. She made a decision to move to Atlanta. And she says she's at so much more peace now. And I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So she just gotta let it be and trust that these issues, she didn't even know about her moving to Atlanta. These issues was happening way before she even got out of school. The young lady just did not feel love, and she's the only child. So I'm just like, really, only child and get treated like that? That's weird to me. I can understand a lot of parents where they don't want their children, they only child, to be spoiled. They want to let them know about, the hard work and making a dollar go a long way, all that stuff. But people gotta understand, parents, everybody has to understand, life teaches our children. We don't really even have to go that far because life teaches our children. You just got to do your part as a parent and keep them prayed up, because God does hear those prayers. Pray without ceasing. Okay, so let me finish playing this. I'll just hear a little bit more of this, and I'll probably go to TikTok. But I just wanted to discuss this. This is crazy.
Like getting up and getting my mic. Sorry if you hear my sweet maid in the bathroom. But I feel so discouraged. I feel so empty and burned out. Like, I worked so hard, and it seems like it just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. And it's like, I know it sounds so stupid because I'm right there, but I almost want to give up. Like, I'm being so honest. Like, I don't feel like studying. I don't feel like pressing through. But I have to. It's no way I went through all of this for no reason. It's no way I cried all those tears for no reason. It's no way he allowed me to have a dorm set aside for me just for me to move on campus and not graduate. I don't know what's up with my school putting grades in. I don't know if I told y'all, but it's a requirement that we take chapel because it's a Christian school. And all of a sudden they start putting grades in, and now I have a 60. How do I have a 60? You only have to attend.
Starting my own business felt stressful. All the paperwork, all the regulations, it was overwhelming. But then I found Zen Business. They made it so easy to form my
8 sessions of chapel. And I've attended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Won't even let me scroll. 7, 8, 9. I've attended 9 chapels. And it's saying that I'm failing. I can't pay attention to that. I got enough on my plate. I wish my daddy never texted me. I wish he just didn't come. Because I don't know what it was. I don't know. It just triggered something in me that released all of these emotions that I've been holding in or trying to hold in. And I'm just praying, God, please help me get out of this. I can't be in this state, this emotional state. I hate this. I hate that I'm going through this, but it ain't no other choice. I don't have no other choice. I got to keep going. I can't turn back. I feel terrible. I feel so terrible. So I just woke up. I don't even have the energy to study again. I'm about to go ahead. I've been praying all morning, first and foremost. Like, that's all I've been able to do. I don't have the energy to look at another formula. I don't have the energy to look at another concept. The only energy I have is to believe that it's already done and I'm going to come out on top. That's all I could believe. That's all I could do because I'm tired. Also about chapel, they talking about I got a 60 in there and she emailed them. I'm not worried because that's a bulldog right there. She gonna make sure I walk across that stage. Girl, I don't even care. I don't even care that my mom and daddy not gonna be there. I did this for me, okay? I did this for my big mama, okay? I did this for my granddaddy. I can't even be mad at y'all right now. Holla!
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, me too. All that overcharging he did though. He should be straight. He should have a big fat knot. But all right, y'all. So I'm on the phone with my friend and I'm about to unbox this stuff that I ordered for graduation. These are some wristbands, basically.
So that's crazy. Yeah, you have to look at things in a whole nother light to keep from crying. Laugh, keep from crying, because it's just ridiculous that a parent would do that. But a lot of them do, man. A lot of them do. They do. She ain't gonna be the last. Another child gonna be be done, sadly be done the same way. It is sad, but I just had to play this, because it's just crazy. Let me see, cause let me stop that one. So let's see what I can find on TikTok, because this is, I gotta give it to these kids because they crazy. Let's go to TikTok. Okay. Okay, which one is it? Part 1, part 2. Let's see. Boo boo. Which one is it?
I had no idea that y'all didn't know I got my stuff. I'm sorry I couldn't come back that same day and let y'all know that the police made sure I got my stuff, but it became such a long, drawn out process. I wasn't able to get on the road that night to go to Atlanta until 10 o'clock. So I got to Atlanta like 4 in the morning because you know the U-Haul drives slower than a normal car. But anyway, this is what happened. Once I saw that my mom was gonna go in the house and like get her keys and leave, I was very serious about calling the police. I was like, the pepperoni is large and it's spicy and it's getting me in their car and driving away. And they sent 2 patrol cars out. By the time they got there, my mom had already left. So they asked me what happened. I explained it to them. They were like, okay, so what I'm hearing is that you're the only child. Your mom put you out 2 months ago, but I'm looking at your driver's license and this address is still on there. Matter of fact, you just got this driver's license in January. And I was like, yeah. They're like, okay, so she did an illegal eviction because she didn't give you 30 days. She didn't give you a notice. The notice was not notarized by the sheriff and it wasn't served to you. I said, well, yeah. So the police calls my mom. Mind you, the operator who was first on the phone with me, I busted out crying. So they called her. She did not answer the phone, if I'm not mistaken. I don't she think she answered the operator's phone, but she answered the police phone when they called. So when the police called and like asked her, ma'am, what's going on? I'm here with your daughter. We're just trying to get her stuff so she can go ahead and leave. She was like, she was been supposed to come. Matter of fact, she was supposed to move out since 2018. Why would she say that, y'all? The police looked at my driver's license. They calculated my age. This girl was a minor in 2018. You get what I'm saying? Like she was trying to prove a point so bad to where it made them side with me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My mom has always talked about turning that house into an Airbnb. But anytime she would get mad at me was when she would tell me, "Go clean that room out. Go clear that room out." You know what I'm saying? Like it was like an emotional, even though she like kept it in the back of our head that eventually she would turn that house into an Airbnb, she only threw it up at me when I made her mad. So it was like, man, I used to be like, man, my mom's just mad right now. She don't mean it. Like she don't mean for me to just clean up because you ain't cleared out them other rooms. So why you making me clear out my one room so you could turn the house into an Airbnb? And you only say that when you mad at me. But those type of conversations didn't start happening until like 2020, 2021. And I do apologize. I should have been cleaning the room out, but this is my mom. Like she had 2 houses. So it was like that's just the other house that I still got all my childhood stuff at. And she just mad right now. She'll calm down. And lo and behold, she will always calm down. It would never be an issue. She telling them, oh, y'all know who her dad is? Her daddy is such and such, works for the police department. They looking at each other like, okay, like what does that have to do with anything? Police ended up telling her, listen, ma'am, I'm looking at this girl's driver's license. This address is still on here, so that means she is still a resident of this house legally. So if she wants to break in to get her stuff, nothing is going to happen to her. Nobody is going to take her to jail. She's not going to face any consequences because this is her residence. She said, who? I don't think I told y'all. And they walked out, go to the front with her. Mind you, I'm crying at this point. Like, it's sad to keep saying it over and over, like to tell different people that your mom is mistreating you. But one of them came back and they were like, I just want to tell you congratulations. Y'all, to this day, to this moment, my mom has not told me congratulations. She didn't say she was proud of me. Mind you, she didn't come to my the reason she didn't come to my graduation wasn't because of me, wasn't because I did something to her so terrible. It wasn't because, oh, I did something to her so bad and she put me out and now she just can't even face going to my graduation. No, it's because she thought her sister would be there. That's why she didn't come to my graduation. But she don't hear trolling y'all talking about some graduation. Like, that's wrong. That's very wrong. And I really would like for y'all to just stop mentioning me to her because you can see that she doesn't like me. You can see blatantly that she does not care for me because if she did, she wouldn't be in the comments trolling back. You get what I'm saying? People telling her, oh, she accomplished this, she accomplished that. They like good. She like bravo and stuff like that. Like, oh, somebody in the comments was like, stop trolling this lady about the graduation. If she didn't want to go, she didn't have to. And she loving the comment whole time. I didn't even do nothing to her to make, like, that's wrong to me. So I'm asking y'all to just stop saying stuff to her about me. You can see she don't like me. I got all my stuff. That's another thing. Everything, all of that is over with. I have my stuff. Just let her be, because it puts me in a position to be hurt even more. I don't get on here and act like I'm nonchalant, like I don't care about her, like it don't bother me, because that's unrealistic. That's my mom. That's my flesh and blood who raised me. So of course I care about her. Of course I'm not gonna let people in my comments. It's just like when you're moving out, they don't really help because of life.
Child. Oh, this is crazy. So then she graduates, right? No, she had family there. Her cousin, who she's always on the phone with, her they was there. She had a beautiful, beautiful graduation. She was beautiful for her graduation. This is her getting ready for her graduation. I was so proud of her, but like in tears at the same time because I'm just like I couldn't have. So this is what she had to say, and I'm gonna have to make that a little bit more bigger than that. Okay, hold on, because I gotta take this off in order to see that bigger. Okay, figure that out. Yeah, calm down. Now let's make this bigger. This is what she said. I did it, Big Mama. She talking to her grandmother now. When I took these pictures 2 years ago, I had no idea I wouldn't be graduating on time. I didn't know I would lose my grandmother, and I didn't know that after all my accomplishments, neither of my parents would be attending my graduations. What I did know is that greater is He that is in me. What I did know is whatever God had for me, no man could take it away. I cried, I cried and prayed for this moment. And I'm so grateful to God for Him allowing my blessings to finally catch up with me. I told God when He brought me through this, the whole world would know He did it. So God did it all. And I just think that is so amazing. You know what I'm saying? Keep being led by God, young lady. Keep doing what you gotta do. I see her going so far. And she, because who she takes first in her life. And she takes God first. She took her mama first. Um but nobody, I do mean nobody goes before God. Nobody or nothing. So I am very proud. I want to say I am so proud of her um for making it through. Continue on focusing on God through anything that you're going through. When people they have their demons that they're fighting, they never fight, either or, and they see your light. Remember, especially you're in Atlanta too. Like, no shade to Atlanta. Like, it's some crooked people out there. Like, be careful because she said she already got scammed in Atlanta. I think it was about a parking somewhere, and then I'm glad she found her purse, but it's just she got to be careful and stay prayed up and watch her surroundings. You know, only The only real protector is God. Yes, I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud. It makes me cry because, like, me with my kids, they wish they could get through school and just succeed like that. And, they working and they trying to figure it out how I could go to school and work, without being so exhausted and still be a young person too. And for her daughter to make it and figure it out and still keep God first, and to do that to your child is very disturbing. It's just very disturbing because that wasn't cool. That's not cool. She did that. She sure did. I'm so proud of her. She has to keep her priorities in order. Man, if you hear this young lady talk, go check. I'm telling you, she got a TikTok too. It's I'm official M. And when you hear her talk, like that's how we talk from Alabama. That's another thing. Like a lot of women, we the ones that we don't play no games down here, especially when we're focusing on what we're trying to do. They say a lot of things about Alabama, but you can't include people, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And this is a smart young lady. This is definitely the way that this how she carry herself. She still carry herself real good, even outside of her home. With her mother. And it's a lot of parents out here like that. That's why I'm telling you, like, it's a lot of parents all over the world like that. But I can speak for here in Alabama. There's a lot of parents that they definitely try to control. They try to shelter you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time when they try to shelter you, they're more scared themselves than you are, and they don't know how to let you go. And not believe in the word that they're being taught there at church. You have to believe. You have to believe them. You got to believe in your kids. And it's a lot of strong women just like her from where we come from. They don't get that break, which is the reason why she moved to Atlanta, because she wants to go further. And that is her that's her lane. That's what she want to do, and mama gonna have to accept that. And shoot, I don't want my son going to Texas, but it's not me. That's not me. What I really want my son to do, and what I really, as a parent, is to be safe, protect himself. You see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of parents get it confused when they like, I don't want you going to Texas. No, you just want him safe. I thought at first that was it, but no, I want him safe. I want him to remember where he came from. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes without your grace and you just accepting the fact that your child is moving forward and doing what they have to do in life, they don't make the children feel good. So you got to take what you feel, and you're going to have to put that in the back of your head, because if you think about it, your child already be thinking about how you feel, and now it's time for you to think about how they feel. So don't, like, look. Yeah, I say a lot of nice stuff, and it's true, but I still are getting those kids' ass. Okay, still getting those kids' ass, and they know it. They know it. It takes a lot for me to get fed up anyway, but I definitely one thing I always want my kids and anybody's kids to take first is God and the protecting yourself, making sure you're surrounded by the right people. Just because you have that light, not everybody has that light. Not just because you have all that love in your heart, not everybody has that love. And you have to be truthful with your kids. But when you are that parent that is not showing love, don't trying to dim someone else's light, trying to be manipulative or narcissist, I'm gonna need you to be quiet, be on hush hush. God was just allowing this young lady to move away because just like she said, I don't feel love here anyway. How you think she was able to make her decision from how her mother was treating her? How she was getting treated, and your parents are your first teachers, first ones that you feel like should love you, and she already said her dad wasn't barely in her life. Maybe the mom still wanted to be with the daddy, and the daddy didn't want any children. I mean, allegedly, we don't know. I'm just assuming, it's just my opinion. But it's sad because of how do you put the blame on the child though? The child is innocent. The child is innocent. I'm just assuming, and it being in my opinion, like they hate to look at the child or product of what they made. They're getting angry at the child for what this is what they did. This young lady said she had two, well, she said either two gifts or two birthday something. Her whole life, I can't remember, but all I remember is her saying that her mom would make her wrap the presents for her man, I guess at that time or something. And I'm just sitting up here like, okay, I can't say anything about that, because I know she said I'm telling the truth, but I just don't want it's sad that if so, like, I can't deal with the women. I'm serious. I can't deal with the women that take the man before the kids. Some that literally, not something, a person that literally comes out of you. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, everybody, after God, everybody in my household goes, first in my eyes. I'm handling situations at a time. You know what I'm saying? But to completely just wholeheartedly take a man before your children, it's not gonna happen. It's not finna happen with me. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm finna get off here. I just want to talk about that today because I feel in this situation, I do feel like the mother is wrong, and and it's not just, it's mostly because you are a parent to your child first. And whatever she has been through, you as a parent, as a child, as a mother, you can't put that blame on your child. They can know all day, but I've learned that they not even supposed to feel that. They don't feel your pain. They got a life ahead of them. And they gonna have their own pain and own shit that they gotta go through. Some will tell you and some won't. And it's at this moment, just imagine if your mom did this, she wants you to stay private about her not coming and So how would that would have been if she would have never said anything about her not coming to a graduation? She wouldn't have had no pictures. Everybody would have been like, "Where your mama at? Where your mama?" It still would have came out, sweetheart. It's nothing to be mad at her about. And then you ended up having somebody. Let me see, because I do want to go back. I ain't gonna even lie. I want to go back, and I did the wrong thing. I want I want to see that it's on TikTok when she was, let me see. It'll be
Taking back. Tell y'all from my
there you
last
go.
video.
I want y'all to hear this.
Tell y'all what message I just got sent to my phone while I'm on the phone with my cousin. Hello, blank. Mind you, they addressing me using my real name. Like my real name. How are you? I hope you're well. Congratulations on your success. I'm very proud of you for what you've achieved. However, I am karma, and I want to warn you that the false narrative you created about your mother will eventually catch up to you in a way you might not be able to handle. First of all, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. There is not one line, there is not one word I have said about my mother that was a lie. Every single thing that I have kept in about the truth about what happened is because y'all ain't gonna like it. Hold on, let me calm down, because I'm not mad. Hold on. I don't want nobody to perceive that I'm mad at the camera or mad at y'all. You finna see why I'm mad in a minute. Hold on, let me get myself together. Hold on. Okay. There is no sentence that I have put on this internet right here. Ever since she put me out, I have not told not one lie. I have not exaggerated anything. And one thing I can say about it, anything that I've put on here, I have audio evidence. I have video evidence sitting in my phone. So if this is my mother, if this is one of her friends, you have gravely made the mistake.
As you can see, the emotions are high right now. I received a text message that really did upset me. Whoever that is, they knew exactly what to say to get a reaction out of me. I was very upset, and I can't even remember all that I said in this video, but I will cut out the things.
See, that's some crazy stuff. That's some crazy stuff. Cause I'm sitting up here like, why would you even? Every time this young lady does something good, she does stuff like that. Why would you send somebody else? Or it could have been her and with somebody else's name, because like she said, they said her name. And I'm just like, I can't. I can't. But I'm about to get up off here. I really want to thank you guys for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Wait a minute. Let me show you this first. I want you to go and check out her channel. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Go check out I Am Official M. Okay, she has her own channel, and also I don't know, but if they're still gonna do work together, but I'm quite sure M wants to. But I don't know about the mom. She has to clean up her own darkness and go to the preacher if that's who they worship about, because a lot of these people worship the preacher instead of actually worshiping God. Because if they would get their answers from God, she would have been apologized to a child. She would be seeing what a lot of people are seeing, and seeing what most of all what her daughter is seeing. That's most important. Although we all on here on this earth temporarily, you still treat people right. The spirit of God is in you. A lot of these people go to church just to be there and be a peasant for the preacher or the pastor or the missus of the church, you know, but then forget about what came out your womb and how you're treating her. You're gonna have to answer to God about that. That's the honest to God truth. But anyway, here's her channel. Um, they had like 3 different channels. These people were banging, and M is still banging. M is still banging. She's following her path. Maybe her mom wasn't able to do that in her life, and she was actually being carried by her daughter, which is crazy. And that's one of the reasons why all these channels right here on the screen are still successful or have been successful. Um, I'm telling you, that young lady has a light that shines so bright. Um, I mean, I'm very proud of her. Continue on with the good work. But, I'm telling you, the mama has to actually go to God. She actually has to hear from God. Not, man is just man on earth, like man, woman, man. They're gonna, a lot of times people will tell you just what you want to hear, like your child ain't right and what she did and talking about that's not right. That's not correct. I'm telling you, she gonna have to go to God, not to her friend. Her friend, you did something for your friend in life, and you owe her for life now. She's sticking up for you and you're wrong, but you got to remember that's your child. And if your friend is being that way towards your child and speaking on your child that way and not hearing both sides, that ain't no friend. That ain't no friend. Friend at her big age should be like family. And I'm talking about the family that you want. It shouldn't be where you have your only child and you both are against your only child. That's crazy. That's crazy. I am so glad family came to her graduation and let that mama know that it's people in this family that's still going to stand up with her and be there for her. You're not the only one. And when you have parents that trying to keep you away from, because some parents are trying to protect their children from evil people, but you got some parents that just want their child all to themselves, and so that they can manipulate them and be a narcissist towards them, like she's doing. Now that she feels like she don't, she ain't got control of her no more. She's mad. She's angry. M was bringing that money in. Remember that. But continue on. I will continue on supporting M, and I I think we're gonna wait forever if we want to hear the mama response. If anything, she will definitely do things behind closed doors with him. Um, and it'll be a pop up, and everyone will be happy again because that's how she likes things, private, right? Okay, all right. So thank y'all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. I messed up on the Remy Ma. I gotta think if I want to even do Remy Ma and Papoose again. I did not add myself to the stage, and I was so mad that no one could hear me. No one could hear me. So I may have to do that video over. I may not. want to talk about them because that is a serious situation too. Hopefully I can find something else to talk about because I don't know. But anyway, please hit that like button on the way out. If you're coming in to watch the replay, please hit that like button on the way in. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I am also on Facebook. So I'll see and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Satin Baby, and I'm gonna try to get back here tomorrow, and do this too, because I'm trying to go in. I'm trying to go in and get these videos, these lives out while I can. All right, so have a great day. Have a good rest of your day. May God bless you. I'm out. Peace.